avoiding the defender, defensive line.
A couple of catches by Merrill and gets him started here. Now Jennings to work. He'll hand the ball inside and look at Johnson. Make two miss. Chris Johnson, touchdown. Woo! Rhett Lashley said yesterday, we got two guys that are fast.
Well, I'll tell you what, Wes, I don't know about overhyped, but right there they got blocked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta have some gap control here. And then, the ability in open space like that. Wow.
Been particularly sharp throwing the ball. And now he'll hand to Johnson again. Look at the elusiveness of Chris Johnson Jr. down to the 26-yard line. That's a gain of 6 on first down. When he talked about Brenton, he was proud of him for sticking to it a little bit. And I think he's got a chance if the Hudson injury.
Not being bashful there.
They're going to throw the flag every time. 1st and 10 from midfield. And very patient running by Chris Johnson Jr. will get him 10.
Handoff inside to Chris Johnson Jr. And he'll work forward for about 6 yards. They call him top 3 as far as speed on the team. And he gets the second carry and breaks it almost up to the first down line. Great completion rate so far for Jennings. Johnson's going to get the carry this time, and shifty moves, makes it all the way out to the 41-yard line. He's going to be a receiver this time. He's got plenty of open space. After a gain of 2, brought down by DJ Coleman. Jennings fakes the run, throws over the side, wide open. Johnson with that speed. This one hangs up high. Johnson fields it at the 8. He'll stay behind his teammates. Bears are going to squib it again. This time it's going to be returnable. Chris Johnson run out of bounds.
2nd down, a handoff to the left. It's Chris Johnson Jr., the redshirt sophomore transfer from Miami.
That's a big first down for SMU.
Already a season-high 4 catches for Knight. Handoff goes to Johnson this time with a burst of speed right near the first down marker, and it looks like he's got it. 3 of 7 on 3rd down. They've converted their last 2. Jennings looks deep, scrambles right, waves his man in motion, lofts it, and it's caught by Chris Johnson Jr. Flag down on the field. Christian Ford laid the hit, and we'll see what the flag is.
Not sure that I've seen 2 targetings on the same play. Caleb Dietland.
Tight end in motion. And it's handed off here. It'll be an SMU first down and plenty more. Chris Johnson Jr. with a burst down the sideline. And play is blown dead. He was out of bounds. What a weapon he can be. He is so fast.
Great vision, too. This is bottled up in the interior, nowhere to go. Does a nice job bouncing this to the outside. Devon Townley Jr. not able to keep contained and turns this into almost a home.
Yeah, we get to be in the air conditioning. Lucky us.
Chris Johnson deep, and 2 yards deep is going to bring it out. 10, 15, and almost to the 20-yard line before he got knocked down.
Not losing a single game since joining the conference.
Yeah, that has been incredible. And I was on the other end when I was at BC last year, actually at this blackout game a year ago. Usually it's a standard crack block. And so as a defender, we're taught to look for it.
Uh-oh. This is Johnson Jr., and he is going to take it the distance. Can you believe that? With 35 seconds left in the half, he goes 87 yards when they had all but said, okay, we're going to run out the clock. Unbelievable.
So right here, you're going to see the play come to your right side of the screen. And then here, you just see he's trying to take an angle. But I'll tell you what, we got the need for speed. It did not matter for Chris Johnson. That man was moving.
You know, it's interesting with Johnson. 8 games, 5 starts as a true freshman a year ago. And going to throw it again and trying to, how about that move by Jennings, and flips it. A wide open receiver still on his feet as Johnson Jr. cuts it back to the inside. Oh my! Opening possession of the second half for SMU and a 17-point lead for the Mustangs.
Stop for no gain. Play fake by Jennings. Wants to go deep. He'll check it down here to the near side. And that is Knight, or Chris Johnson, the running back, 6, not 8. Clemson's averaging 3 yards a play. SMU would be under 2 if you take out the pass to Hudson, which you don't, of course. Chris Johnson gets the Mustangs started on first down, but a flag. Play extension stuff might be out the window. Hardly.
Yeah.
Here's a little freeze and a pitch, and coming near side is Johnson. CJ to the near side and knocked out at the 35. Myson Kelly finally gets Chris Johnson Jr. on the ground after a 30-yard run into Clemson territory.
Yeah, this is that flip toss play where they're faking the jet and then they toss it right out, try to get the defense pursuing, to the jet sweep. And
3 to the field, second down. Jennings tries to get rid of it, does, and that's Johnson. Backside with room, stops on a dime, shakes Brown and gets to the Tiger 20. Sammy Brown, the linebacker. They're going to hand the ball to Johnson. Look out, big hole. Lots of speed, and he cannot outrun Ricardo Jones. Pistol set. Johnson's the back. Jennings will hand it to him. And Johnson weaving through traffic scores. So C.J. Johnson punched it into the end zone with 1:03 to go in the ball game. His 3rd rushing score of the year, Steve.
Johnson, very patient runner.
And that review will stop SMU's tempo for a moment. Handoff Chris Johnson Jr. So he's back in the mix. And Sam, if you think about it, SMU's bye week came at an opportune time as they get a host of players back. On the toss, Johnson again with a crease towards the line to gain, and that should be enough to move the chains. It is. We loved every minute of it. Ponies get it back, sidearm delivery, and another strike from Kevin Jennings. And racing ahead is Chris Johnson. We asked him yesterday, KJ, did you play baseball? Because the way you toss it reminds us of a strong arm shortstop. He goes, I wish that I did. He's actually a really good basketball player. So the clock did pause until the next snap. He'll fake the end around. And a jump cut and a stutter step. Yield a 3rd down and 1.
Chris Johnson Jr., the tailback, the pitch to the speedy son of one of the fastest running backs in NFL history.
He's going to be the key guy offensively. Brett Austin, terrific DB there for Cal. Then R.J. Maryland, really excited about these tight ends for SMU.
Johnson patient, then he punches the gas. You ain't going to catch him if his name is Chris Johnson.
These offensive linemen, we always talk about the skill guys. Let's give some love to the big boys up front. You're going to see left tackle, left guard. They're going to pull, use their athleticism to get from left to right, and then one kick out. Then the second guy is going to get to the linebacker, and then from there you get a speedster to the 3rd level.
And back to the ground, still up. And finally brought down is Chris Johnson Jr., the man that had the... On the ground, nice cut, looking for more. Finally brought down is Chris Johnson Jr. with at least 80 tackles on the year. 13 and a half to play. Patient running, now jumping into the outside, and there goes Chris Johnson looking for the end zone for the 2nd time. And they're going to mark him out inside the 5-yard line. Got a huge late block by Jalen Cooper, 32 yards. Look at this. Jennings realizes it. He's got to go. Johnson finds his seam, 1st down yardage. Clock will momentarily stop.